Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Home Economics Story, 1951. This is going to be another documentary short on the MST3K of some really long name of a movie from AIP that follows this short. I think I like watching the MST3K versions of AIP videos just because they do have the shorts and I can get more movie reviews in as a result. This one stinks. It gets a 1.9 out of 10, which is almost frozen flesh level of badness. Only has 215 ratings on IMDb. So not too many people have seen this, and I suspect that all of them were watching it on MST3K. Even the MST3K jokes are pretty lame. Something about male subjugation of women or something. Whatever. I didn't laugh at any of the MST3K jokes for this one. And I thought the documentary itself was super boring. It was just the usual sort of day, or was it? That's what the narrator says. And he goes into describing home economics in 1951. With all these women doing housewife type education. And I guess that's the only acceptable college education at Iowa State in 1951. And as the MST3K guys pointed out, there are only 8 seniors in that whole school. So, yeah, that's how bad it is. Anyways, it's like watching paint dry, and the guys are constantly interrupting the narrator, so you can't really hear much what's going on. But does it really matter? I mean, is anybody really interested in this other than to make fun of opportunities for young women to be subjugated by men? I mean, it's more like I guess it would be more suitable for a pot smoker who likes to watch Reefer Madness. This would be like a feminist who likes to watch The Home Economics Story. Kind of backwards psychology there. Just to see the horror of what it was like to live in the 50s, I guess, as a woman. This is like a case study for the feminists to criticize how poorly women were treated in the 50s, supposedly. And that's about it. Didn't appeal at all to me because I'm not a feminist, and things were probably better for men back in the 50s. I would have preferred to have my divorce in the 50s. I could have had my son a lot more. And, so I'm not a big fan of feminism. I'm more on the other side towards men's rights. Not that it will get me anywhere. It's like somebody who's anti-abortion trying to stop abortions in the United States. It's not going to happen. The Republican Party is basically the Democrat Party and they're not going to do anything no matter how much they talk about it. So we're kind of stuck in this situation for decades, and nothing's going to change really. It's more of a time capsule of the way things were in 1951, but I'm not too interested in it. I thought it was super boring. The narrator has this kind of monotone, saying things like, it was the usual sort of day, or was it? Whatever that means. The narrator talks like that for 25 minutes in this one, and that's why I couldn't stand it. It's like torture. You have to rewind it again just to figure out what the guy's saying. And the two robots and Joel, they're just constantly interrupting the guy, so you can't hear much anyway, like I said. And I got my son here. He was munching on some snacks, drinking some Sprite, watching the YouTube, eating a little bit of pasta, marinara sauce. I'm going to feed him mashed potatoes, turkey, and gravy tomorrow. I hope he likes it. I haven't cooked for him in a long time, but the past few weeks I've been cooking him nothing but pasta ever since this lockdown. I refuse to get takeout for many of the restaurants. They're going to be like obedient sheep and close their doors. They're not even going to let anybody dine, thanks to the draconian government coming down on them. Then I'm not even going to do business with them. I'm just going to buy all my stuff at Safeway. I'll go to the Safeway with the shortest line, unless I have to buy a week's worth of groceries, in which case I'll wait 20 minutes in Daly City Safeway. And even Target now has long lines, so it's pretty bad. If you want to get your shopping done, you either order it online or you wait in line all day at like 10 different stores. The only exception being Quick Stop and Pacifica. So it's pretty horrible. It's like living in East Germany or the USSR back in the 1970s. You wait in line for the empty shelves, and that's supposed to make you happy. All these sheep with their surgical masks waiting in line for empty shelves. Anyways, I'm not gonna rag on the coronavirus fear porn people, but I think Dr. Ron Paul, the former Congress critter from Texas, did a pretty good job of outlining how bad they are at controlling this so-called pandemic. Killed less people than the flu, normal influenza, and yeah. So that was pretty good. I tried to share his videos with social media. The Lou Rockwell, Bill Sardi stuff is pretty good on the coronavirus scam. And so I shared that on social media as well. And I think more and more people are waking up to what the government how the government is really causing a lot of unnecessary rigmarole, like I just mentioned, and their shenanigans are just beyond authoritarian. It's like craziness. Bill Gates is talking about implanting microchips into children, so you know which which of them are have been vaccinated, and tracking them that way. And I think that was in the video too. But anyways, crazy stuff. It's like something from a futuristic dystopian science fiction movie. And it's totally out of control. President Trump is kind of a cooler head. I mean, he hasn't done a full-blown lockdown of the entire country, but so I suppose it could be worse. If you're living in Wyoming, you're probably not complaining too much, but it just happens to be one of the states that I want to retire in, ironically. Anyways, enough about my soapbox. You probably don't want to hear that, but thought I'd get it out there anyway. That's the end of my review. Laters. Not recommended. Don't check it out. Nothing in the description box.